It has been something like 7 years since Tom Foremski first suggested that every company is a media company. The idea here being that everybody's consuming content, and if you want to be heard, you need to treat your organization just like it is a media company producing a lot of great content. And a lot of companies took that to heart. We saw the introduction of a lot of content portals right after Tom made this observation, and brand journalism became widely adopted. We've seen some really great examples of that, but we seem to have stopped there and not really paid much attention to what media companies have done since then. And this popped into my mind today as I was reading an article about the number of media companies that have dealt with traditional print or even more so, online properties that are suddenly getting into TV. There's a daily digital magazine called Aussie that's going to be producing a 16-part series for PBS. That's a look at 16 political candidates over the course of American history. Vice has launched its own channel on Viceland. Thrillist is working with a whole lot of production companies to flesh out some ideas for TV-based content. Vox is working on a show about prefabricated homes that's going to run on the FYI network. They're also working on a real estate show that'll carry the Curbed brand. This is one of Vox's online properties. BuzzFeed is working on a TV version of a show that they're doing on the web called Mom vs. Chef. Mashable announced at South by Southwest that they're working to create 4 short-form video programs for Bravo. Getting on TV no longer means that you have to convince a major broadcaster like NBC or ABC or CBS to do a show based on your content. There are tons of cable networks like FYI where they're hungry for content and they're looking to do deals. It's also gotten ridiculously easy to create apps for the Roku, for the Amazon Fire TV, for Apple TV, and make those available so that you can start streaming your content that way. Even NASA has done that. But TV isn't the only thing that media companies are doing that businesses should pay attention to. Podcasting has gotten really big with media companies. You have NPR that has gone all in with podcasting. In fact, I'm sure everybody knows about Serial, but what about Invisibilia? They do 7 episodes a season, and to kick off their second season, they had listening parties. These listening parties were in 32 states and 3 countries. They've also been creating digital content that fans can share via social media. One video was shared 700,000 times on Facebook. NPR is not the only media company that's gotten into podcasting. Slate has gotten into podcasting in a big way. In particular, I'm a big fan of Lexicon Valley. I think it's a great show. CBS has launched its own podcast network. In fact, most media companies are doing something in the podcasting realm. And then there's virtual reality. The New York Times has done a tremendous amount of work on virtual reality. They have an app that you can download that is constantly updated with new virtual reality content, immersive journalism. And in addition to that, there are VR shorts from their paying sponsors. And a lot of other media companies, news outlets are getting into virtual reality. The Wall Street Journal has done it. Even some smaller regional newspapers have gotten into the distribution of VR content. And it seems to me that all of this stuff is happening from media companies, and businesses are paying very little attention. And I think that's a mistake. If we still believe that every company is a media company, we should be paying close attention to what those media companies are doing today and looking to emulate that if we want to stay current, if we want to attract an audience with the same kind of content that media companies are using. Every company is a media company. We should be taking this seriously. Let's get up to speed with it. Let's get up to date with it.